Hi, welcome to episode 2 of Dummies Guide for NRIs Selling Property in India. My name is Sachidanand Kangovi. As I mentioned in episode 1, there are 5 episodes in this series which are called preparatory steps. These are the steps that you need to take before putting your property on sale. The second step is about letter of intent, which starts when a potential buyer is identified. Then comes the agreement to sale, and then fourth episode will cover closing of the sale, and then the last and final episode covers money repatriation and tax filing. In our episode 1, I gave you brief introduction on why this dummies guide for NRIs property selling in India is important. I also described in episode 1 all the preparatory steps that you need to take before putting your property on sale in India. With this brief recap, let me start the episode 2 on steps to take after a potential buyer comes forward for your property in India. Once your real estate agent identifies a potential buyer, you must ask the real estate agent to pre-qualify the buyer by checking the buyer's PAN number, Aadhaar card, ability to pay for the property, etc. If the buyer is planning to apply for a bank loan to finance the purchase, then make sure that you do not become part of buyer's loan application process, nor allow your site to be used as collateral because you have not yet sold the site. Once the pre-qualification steps are done, you are now ready to negotiate the selling price. It may involve conference calls. Make sure you are polite and courteous on the call and open to hear buyers' proposals. If the offer price is too low, then you are always free to reject the offer. It all depends upon how thoroughly your real estate agent has done the market analysis and how keen you are in selling the property quickly. Once the pre-qualification and price negotiations are successfully completed, buyer will ask to see the copy of property documents. This is a legitimate request. You must ask for a nominal refundable deposit before sharing the copies of the property documents. It could be about 1 or 2 lakh rupees at this point as a goodwill for showing the copies of the property document. For you also must ask for a verification letter or from the buyer's attorney for examination of the documents. Once all these points are agreed to, it is time to a letter of intent. This is where your attorney can help you. Important points that must be covered in the letter of intent are shown in this slide. It must include name and address and PAN number of the potential buyer, name, address and PAN number of the seller, selling price, token advance for sharing the copies of property document list that seller is sharing, statement that tax deducted at source TDS will be paid by the seller, but it will be deposited by the buyer by deducting from selling price. Statement that the registration charges will be paid by the buyer. Duration of validity of LOI. Statement that if LOI fails, then the token deposit will be refunded to potential buyer. The statement that if LOI is successful, then buyer will get a provisional certification from his attorney that the property documents are in order. That covers the second step. Now, if the LOI step is successfully completed, then you are ready for drawing the sale agreement. That is the topic for episode 3. If you like this topic, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.